Good morning, Farmer Rob here from Cannon Hall Farm, near Cawthorne, near Barnsley in South Yorkshire. How is everyone out there today? Hope you're well. Happy Sunday. And I'm out in the fields. I thought we would have a little bit of a wander, a meander. I'm in with the bull, so I'm hoping he's in a good mood. He normally is. But I'll stay just near the edge just in case. I don't want to get into a road race with him. So I'm in the tractor trailer ride field where people who visit the farm will ride the. Oh, look at that! That is so funny. That little llama was chasing the car. It just chased it and it ran away. Off he goes. It's only, maybe less than 2 weeks old. And he's already full. I'd like to say the joys of spring, but unfortunately it's not. It's just getting that little bit back-endish. And back-endish means, late in the summer. Which is super sad because it's been a summer to rejoice in, hasn't it? Really. And I know we're a bit short of grass. And we really are a little bit short of grass. But I think the forecast going forward now is a little bit more unsettled. So, and I'm sure that Mother Nature will balance things up. She always does. We always end up, we have times of plenty, and then we have times where things turn it round. And I'm sure there's Ruth there just tipping the JCB. And Ruth is on the JCB this morning, so she's showing real versatility to her skills. So 871 people watching. Murphy, the Highland Bull, out here with his girls, and he's with all of them apart from Lynn, who's going to Westmoreland and Penistone show, so we're keeping her in, and then she'll be having a few months outside. Hey, look at that llama's going crackers again. It's loving life, isn't it, that? And that's its dad. So it's following its dad around. It's a beauty. Aren't you? Eh? Gary the donkey's making an appearance. So everything is wandering up towards me thinking, what's going on here? What's happening? There's Elvis. And we're comforted to know that next week's got plenty of rain in it, and these grass paddocks will spring to life because there will be pent-up energy, plenty in them, and all of a sudden this grass will start to shoot. We'll probably get a really, really growy back end to the year. Hello. Good morning. The fly just buzzing around me, so I had to swish it away, and it just put the baby off, the clear off. So I'm turning me back on the bull. That's a bit of an error. But anyway, the Highlands are all down there. There's Cynthia, Daffodil, and Gary coming to say hello. With 1,300 people watching. There's Ruth coming down the road in a JCB, and I did see a message from David saying I'll be out soon. I'm just sleeping off a hangover. No, I don't think he is really, but anyway, David's diet is going really well. He's shedding as we speak. There comes Ruth, look. Nice and steady. And there's Gary, nice and steady. Gillian says, good morning, Rob. Right, I'm going to name the cows. That's Lady. And she's got a lovely calf. Then we've got Murphy, he's the bull. He's following Hetty. And then there's 3 calves there, and then there's Coco, I think he was hiding around the back of the tree. So there's 3 cows out here, and then we've got Lilibet, Fern, and Lynn inside. So we have 6 Highland cows, haven't we? Which is not masses, but it's, it's a nice little number. It's 6 nice calves. You can make a nice job of them. And you can see, even though this grass looks fairly brown, there's still a bit to it. If you get down and put the phone down there, there's still a reasonable bite, and it's more plentiful at the bottom. So I don't think we're in a position where we need to worry too much. And as you can see, there's the museum there in the background, and then they're always looking, aren't they? She's just gone to check where I came in. Now I've left 2 strands off and 2 strands on, so I suppose in theory they could step over it. I suppose that's a lesson to you. Don't assume that the donkeys won't test you. Just going to test. I'm just going to check to see if there's any creep in this contraption. So creep is additional food that you give to the younger animals that need it. The cows are all right. They can muddle along on poor quality forage, because that's what Highland cattle were bred to do. You know, that's the strength. It's to take something from not a lot and turn that into condition. And you know, they can sustain and indeed thrive on modest pasture. And there we are. There's the creep, which is little bits and niblets of corn that the calves love to eat, and it just gives them that bit extra. It keeps them growing when the pasture doesn't fulfil all the requirements. And that's what's happening at the moment. The pasture is not at its best, and indeed very soon, you know, this is a field that multitasks. This half of the field, the cattle will be leaving behind. Dick and Coles will be putting a fence across, possibly even this week, and it will it will start its metamorphosis into a pumpkin patch. So it's, you know, it's all happening. It's the rhythm of our farming life. You know, it's what we do, and you know, this pasture will turn into a pumpkin patch, and then it'll turn back into a pasture, and it'll feed the animals next year. So, hello, sweetheart. Morning, Rob from sunny Portsmouth. Oh, flipping heck. Nothing like going in your grill. Steve Melvin, about to start second day of bank holiday decorating. No, Steve. Oh, gosh. But I suppose if it needs doing, it needs doing. And, you know, a job done right is a joyous thing. In fact, David and I don't know if we're giving away too many secrets, but we actually did some wallpapering recently for a TV programme. Can't say any more because I don't want to spoil the embargo, but keep your eyes peeled for that one. We've also been asked to appear on, you know, one of those Talking Heads programmes where you talk about things that's happened before in your life, and I think there's one coming up about Christmas which they've asked us to appear in. So there's all kinds of bits and bobs coming up, little bits of opportunities to test ourselves and to do things that are beyond our comfort zone. We're also going to speak for I think it's Lancashire Police at a rural crime conference. So there's all kinds of things coming up, and all kinds of things that are exciting and to look forward to. So let's read a few comments. Lynn Sugden, good morning everyone. Jean says, good morning Farmer Rob and all at Cannonall Farm. Karen Cloud says, oh my guess, I finally caught a live bonus for me, yay. Victoria says, good morning Farmer Robert and everyone. My son and I had a lovely week staying at Mill Spring Cottages. So glad to hear it, thank you. And Tracy says, Heather Morrison, morning, hope you're well. David says, Lynn Sugden, hello. I'm always hello. No, maybe not. Ignore, block, delete. Tina says it's Facebook Live, so no, I don't think so. Right, what I'm going to do, 1,800 people watching now. We're going to scoot down to the bottom barns where I've got a carefully positioned truck. A massive thank you to these guys for supporting transit of animals to and from Cannonall Farm to various shows and exhibitions. We'd be lost without them. Supporting Shire horse conservation. Right, let's yeah, we've got an update on Grace, haven't we? Which I want to share with you. So, right, let's put you down there. Hope you can hear me. So I'm gonna tootle off down to the bottom bounds. There's all kinds of stuff to catch up on in the very near future. Things like Ted's situation up in the Highlands, which is very exciting for him. He's absolutely living his best life. He's like a roving Lothario, isn't he? He's here, there, and everywhere, spreading his genetics to other breeders. Let me just check. I haven't got Bluetooth on. Just 1 minute. No, we're good. Bluetooth is off. We've got 1,800 people. Right, let's see if we can turn that into a few more. So I'm going to talk about Grace in a short while, and I'll wait and see if we can find David to do it and give an update on her situation, because I know there's been a lot of interest in her. You know, she's a giant of a horse. She's one that we firmly believe needs to be having foals and leaving a legacy. Obviously, we've talked at length about Hercules and the fact that we managed to get frozen semen from him. But the big question is, will that frozen semen deliver? And there's David here, so we'll just stop here. And Hannah, and we'll have a chat. And it might be that they don't know the situation either, so I might be able to tell them all about it. What you giggling about?
I was just commenting on your video.
What you giggling about?
That video.
Oh, did you like it? Did anyone else see the Christmas video?
Was it just on Instagram? Was it on Facebook?
No, Facebook. The
It's on
Christmas.
Instagram as well.
Well, Dave, everything that goes on Facebook goes on Instagram. It's all cross-posted.
Yeah, but there should be, like, there'll be stuff that doesn't.
No, everything does. It automatically goes across. So anything on Facebook always goes on
How
Instagram.
about anything on Instagram?
What about it?
Does that automatically go on Facebook?
No, because it's a different thing.
So,
So-
how you go to the beach?
Sometimes. That's I think we were. My son-in-law bought it as a bit of a joke at Christmas one.
So
Bright shirt.
what we did was a skit, right? A skit is a funny sketch.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you get it right, that's a skit. So the skit was that David was ready for his holidays, and I was thinking, oh, it's nearly Christmas, and obviously that's what we did, and we just did a little play around with it. And what did everyone think to it? What did you think to the Christmas skit about our Christmas experience, Santa's magical elevator? And Andrea says, yes, it was brilliant. Abigail says, yes, it was really good. Sue says, yes. David Zachary says, oh.
Not very good.
No, I think, is he? He's a scammer. See if you can get Anita to block him, Dave, will you? Just give her a ring, see if she'll block him. Because he's messaging everyone and you don't want it. 2,000 people. Hannah, what do you think to the washed sheep that Wade and Charlotte do? Do you want to show us them and tell us what you like about them? While David blocks the scammer. So we've a big weekend next weekend. We're going to Carlisle. And it's the annual Dutch Spotted Show and Sale. It's the gathering of the clans. It's the great and good of the society. All come together with the best offerings to hopefully try and win the prize. Now, what we've got here, and Hannah, I think today will be washing some of the boys. The girls are washed and ready for tidying up on Tuesday. Now, you might think, well, they look a bit scraggly, but Hannah, what's going to happen? What will happen to these girls to transform
They'll
them?
get trimmed up and put in the posh clothes, won't they?
So they're going to get in posh clothes. Will they get posh feet? So someone will do the feet as well?
Wrong ones. It was that pen.
But it wasn't Hannah that did it, Dave, so...
And Hannah knows which is best cheap anyway.
So, right, so go on then. Which one do you like, Hannah? Which is your favourite? If you were the judge, looking round them now, what would it be? And anyone who breeds Dutch Spotted or wants to breed them, Carlisle next Saturday is the place to make a start. You like that one? Look at that, they're bouncing, aren't they? So if anyone wants a starter flock of Dutch spotted, next Saturday is the place to go because everyone takes the best. Yeah, I put that one through as a supplementary yesterday because of its head carriage. It's a bit smaller. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to sell it actually.
His head's not as up as much, is it? It's a really good sheep.
Are you dissing Anna's choice? He always does.
He always does.
They're on sheep. You show that.
So just to give an idea, these are the pick of the crop. I mean, we've probably got two that we've saved that we really don't want to part with. Yeah, she's looking, isn't she?
Both them two.
Yeah.
They're the ones that. But some are better. That's not bad though.
So it's the Dutch Spotted Sheep Society show and sale. We won't sell them all. We might sell some.
I'd say that one.
She's super smart, isn't she, that girl?
Really, yeah.
And she is. So if anyone's into Dutch Spotted Sheep, come along next Saturday and have a look. That's the place to get the top. I mean, we'll be going with our checkbook as well. You know, we won't just be selling, we'll be buying, yeah? Have you got a checkbook? Has either of you got a checkbook?
I've got one in the cupboard that I don't use.
Have you? They're a thing of the past. I used to take a check everywhere. So 2,100 people. Morning, Rob, Dave, and Hannah. Oh no, this bloke's still going.
Anita's I've phoned her.
Yeah, he's still going.
So you'll slow her down a little bit. And then
Yeah, they've got real size, real quality, real presence. So what they got yesterday was bath day, right? They got a really good bath from Wade and Charlotte. So what that's done? It's raised the wool, it's cleaned the wool, it's got rid of all the dirt that's bound to you know to accumulate over just months of ordinary life. So Tuesday we've got Aled coming, haven't we? Who's a real expert. He's the Vidal Sassoon of the sheep.
and
yeah.
he'll be phoning his pals saying, hang on a minute, look out for this number, such and such.
Well,
That's a really
he's a
good
breeder himself.
one. Yeah.
And it would be an honour if he were to buy some of these, or look to buy some, or even be an underbidder. An underbidder, Hannah, is what?
It's what we've been in the past.
Second bet, yeah. You've coveted something. You've tried to buy it. You've gone as far as you can, as far as your purse will allow, but someone's beaten you to it, and you've just got to give way and say, beaten by someone with deeper pockets. But
This is one we chose earlier.
But in general, you know, you get these trimmed up, and there'll be head turners. There'll be people getting rick necks as they walk past our pens, like that, exactly. You do it.
I like that better than mine.
So there's.
I want to do that one.
What, they'll be doing a full 360.
I like that one.
We used to have hens that did that, didn't we? They used to like turn all the way around. So we've got 9 here, and we're going to have a squad of 8. So which one are you leaving behind? Probably the one you like best, knowing Hannah.
I'd go this one on the left here, this dark one. Nobody kidding. That's Hannah's favourite.
It can stay on lamb. It's fine.
I think once they're trimmed up and we feel them, that's when we make the decision.
I mean, look at her
Anita
head now.
can't see the
Look at her
scammer.
head.
All right.
But maybe he's not a scammer, maybe he is. He's messaging everyone.
All right.
He's messaging everyone. Just ignore.
Okay.
Ewan Griffiths, my little boy, is an Aled. Great name. It is a great name. I love regional names. I love regional accents. I think we need to keep the regions alive. You know, we'll soon be just a cacophony of no identity, won't we, as a nation, if we're not careful. So if you speak Welsh, keep speaking Welsh. If you speak Barnsley, keep it going. There's no harm in it. So go on. Which one are you leaving behind? Who's got a place on the plane?
I don't want to say it. I'd say that little one.
You're leaving the little one behind?
Well, it's going to be smaller. It's not going to...
And it might make a better shearing next year.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the little guy...
But it's smart.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like. It stood well. There's a lot to like about it. But
Everything about it.
sheer size...
But it's a bit
matters.
smaller, isn't it? I think I
Could be nearly 2 months younger than some of these.
Yeah.
couldn't it?
I think I put it in actually, Hannah, last night because I could see something in its head carriage.
Yeah.
It's definitely got that.
But you're right. It's 6 weeks short of being
But
ready
that's
for
a
that
good one for
occasion.
us.
Yeah.
You don't want to sell you all.
Joanne can't see the scammer. Oh wait, maybe I've set a false alarm off. 2,200 people. Morning, Rob. I can't even see the scammer. So
That poor bloke you've got
Yeah.
the scam
I've just-
scammer down. He'll be emailing in later.
Sorry,
I
mate.
am not a scammer.
Sorry, mate. I've just bad-mouthed him to all and sundry. 2,200 people watching our Dutch-spotted gimmers strutting the stuff, living their best lives, and hopefully going to bring us a prize at Carlisle next Saturday.
That's not your dark one, is it? That's your dark one, right? That's got a good head on it. You know, like it. It's not as fine.
Which one, Dave?
I do like that one as well, but I like that one's head better.
I'll tell you what.
But it's
I'm just thinking, why are some brown, some black? But the ones that are black are the ones that have been trimmed once already. Yeah. And that's the answer to that. So all these scraggy fleeces, and they're not scraggy really, but they'll all be trimmed down and they'll all look immaculate. We're also going with our checkbook to maybe buy some new bloodlines. There's a couple of lines that I'm interested in.
Have you actually looked?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I'm a disciple of the pedigree. Have you?
I'll look on the day, and then we'll look at his pedigree.
Yeah, obviously the reason being for those that aren't into this job is you don't want to breed something that's too closely related, or else you end up with weaker genes, a shallower gene pool. Well, I think as a new breed, Hannah, a relatively new breed, it's not the widest or deepest. So you've got to be careful, and we're always looking to.
You boom it in, we'll tell you.
And we're always
So you want to
looking.
go central?
Dave here. It's a no. I'm saying it's a masterclass. I'm just saying it's a masterclass. Yeah. No, I was saying, Dave, that you're teaching Ruth how to. Go on, tell her. I'm just going to do an over the shoulder. And Ruth is she's not learning because she's actually got an HGV license, but she doesn't do this job as often as David does. So
Did you get any closer? Is that it?
no, she
Start
can't.
turning then.
And David is. That's a very creaky thing. He's renowned up and down the line. Great job. Great job. David is renowned for his patience, his calmness.
Anyway, I've got to get on.
Yeah. I would say it's fair to say, Hannah, that across the farmyard, everyone knows David's patient and a great trainer. Patient.
I have Nelly.
Oh, no.
You know.
No, oh, David, you're like a eunuch now compared to what you used to be.
I would not like to use that word.
You're like a castrated old Labrador now compared to the wild stallion that you once were.
If I had a couple of Lucasades, I'd be back. But I'm off them.
So have you still not had a Lucasade since? You see, that is probably the only change you need to make.
No, but I did lack a bit of energy.
Yeah. You know all you needed to stop
But it's
eating?
sugar, isn't it?
Lucasade and soft pastry. That's all you need to do.
But I love soft pastry.
Yeah, but just have it at meal times.
No,
It with that extra pasty.
that veggie pasty, I figured that might be less calories.
All right.
I don't know why I thought.
You're going to slip through the drains if you carry on.
I don't think so.
Slip through drain. That's a good saying, isn't it?
Yesterday, it was too tight for me.
You're going to slip through drains, I like that.
Last time I tried it on.
So these.
I'm going to go and get some stuff in the Jeep for feeding round for you.
Well, can I tell you what I want to do today?
You tell me.
And I want your help.
Right,
I need your help.
Will Arthur go in seats?
Yeah, well, if you can do.
Right.
There's a seating white one, isn't there? Ellie's seater. Right. So what I want to do.
The three of us will go around for
Yeah. I want to take the Clough Green sheep and footbath them because they're going lame. And you know, catching them and you know on the main road.
Oh, the lamb.
Yeah.
So we need a load of hurdles then.
Yeah, we just need a few hurdles. But, you know, because we'd end up like just turning them, injecting them, you know, spraying them. I just think it'd be easy just to put them. Exactly. And we run them twice through foot bath or something.
So is the three of us doing that?
We could do. It wouldn't take long. If what? No, we need to wash these. So Hannah needs to do that.
Right.
Well, I'll speak to Amy. We'll divvy up and we'll get it all done.
Because you know, I've only got a couple hours really with him. Because I need to go in office, you see.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Well, if not, I'll do it. You know, I can find someone to help me. Right. These.
Get on there.
Okay. These four lads are four of the boys that are going to Carlisle, and these. So we've seen the girls. These are the boys. These are getting washed today, and these are these are. Oh, hang on, Dave. I was supposed to be talking about Grace. I was just giving people an update, and I thought you might want to be in on the chat.
Well, I'd like to know.
Yeah. I've just absolutely forgotten what I was supposed to be doing. Done something totally different. And right. So the news around Grace, folks, is that very, very unfortunately, she's not held to Hercules' frozen semen, unfortunately this time. But the better news is we go again this weekend. He texted me last night, did Charlie? He's the vet, and he's inseminating again today. So all last night he's scanning her at really, you know, almost 2-hourly intervals to find the optimum point of ovulation. And because the frozen sperm isn't as good as fresh, and obviously we can't have fresh from Hercules for tragic and obvious reasons. So
He's using double doses then. Of it.
Yeah, I think he's using 2 doses. Yeah. I think we're doing all we can to try and make it successful. So, unfortunately, the first one didn't work. But we're very hopeful that in 16 days' time after yesterday or today, we'll go again. So that's the update on Grace.
Right.
So how do you feel? Obviously a bit disappointed.
Yeah, it is disappointing, but you don't want it to go on too late, do you? You know, this is still okay. If all be born, you know, late. But it's still all right.
In a way, it don't matter, Dave, because all you do is rest it for following year and start again the year after. Yeah. You know that.
Give her a year off.
Yeah, with a late fall, you often say, right, well, okay, we'll have a fall in August, but I'm then not going to take her back to the stallion until February the next year.
Yeah.
So that then the year after that, 12 months after that, you've got another fall.
What are these?
These are the ram lambs.
Are these going?
Yeah.
So that air feeding is digging out and moving.
Exactly. Does it need it anywhere else?
I'll go and get a bucket, and I'll come to this gate, and should we get it to the gate?
Can do. What I think Philip's put a message on saying, what about putting it in the tractor trailer field?
Oh, not this one.
Well, they could do it. You could put it at the bottom of that field if you want.
This is a sheep feeder, not a cow feeder, though.
They feed both, though.
You can do, but are you happy?
Yeah, I'd be happy with
There's
either.
one on back road. It's just got that bus tray.
I mean, it's going to rain next week, but we might this week have to shut off half that field and let Dick and Colsey start preparing for Halloween anyway. Yeah, let me help you. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, that's stuck in it.
Another one.
1, 2, 3.
To the door, and then
Whoa, flipping heck, I nearly fell in it. Oh,
we've got the other way now.
that.
Oh, hang on, we might slide out now.
Oh, look what's happened. Hannah, you've left the gate open. Hannah, you've left the gate open. Davy's left the gate open. No, wait. Look at that. So, you could put a bit of it. There's only 4 sheep in here, though, so. So, which of them tucks would you take home in your car boot?
Not the one nearest.
You wouldn't.
No.
He's got the biggest testicles.
The others are straight, he's a bit dipped back. Little, is he?
No, this is where he stood, I think.
Or is it where he's trimmed?
He's trimmed from the Yorkshire Show him.
Yeah.
I think he's
Like
smart.
his head.
Yeah, he's got a great head, hasn't he? Right, you need your Weetabix, Rob, says Yvonne Ellen. I do. And Margaret says, good morning, farmer. Hannah said, just needed a bit of girl power. Hannah, would you say your farm's strong? Would you? Jim, Hannah's got this theory that lots of people are gym strong and they're basically pumped up pieces of nothing.
No, they're not.
Right? Is that fair? Pumped up pieces of nothing with no real substance, right? So, but Hannah says if your farm's strong, then that's real strength. Would you say your gym strong or farm strong?
Farm strong.
Yeah, I would.
Because like when I'm shearing sheep, you're holding, right? You're not lifting.
Yeah.
But you put someone from a gym holding.
Yeah.
And they're all over the place.
Well, they just cry on floor.
And he said their backs in.
Yeah.
They'd want a big belt.
You know. They just cry on floor, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So farm strong beats gym strong any day. It's
Well,
just
then I couldn't do a pull-up.
No, but we don't want to. That's the thing.
because it's not useful. Farm strong is useful strength. Gym strong is less useful strength.
So like Charlotte and Wade in gym and Armstrong, wow.
Yeah, they're just gym strong. Right, these girls are female Dutch spotted, and these are the better end of what we've got. We've got some really smart things in here. So we've invested a lot of time and energy and dedication to this flock, to improving it, to increasing it, to breeding things that are alert, they're precocious, they've got attitude, they've got quality, they've got a look about them that we really, really like. Trish says, my husband says that he's a joiner, builds stable, etc. Gym strong, laughing. So, yeah, gym strong, farm strong. Yeah, there's people who do agree, actually. Yeah. Becky Joyce, Rob, I'm visiting today. Second time this year. Wonderful. Hopefully we'll come across you. We're doing stuff. We're trying to get caught up on all the jobs that we need to get caught up on to make sure that we're ready for what the late summer and autumn has got to throw at us. Like I said, I've got some gimmer lambs that are going lame, and I want to sort them out, and I will. One way or another, I'll do it myself if I have to. You know, you can always manage if you put enough hurdles in place and have a cute enough plan. You know, it's a matter of having a plan that is, you know, that you can outfox the sheep with. So yeah, these are all little girls, and all ones that we're really pleased with. Some of which will go on to be retained within the flock. Some of which will go on to new pedigree homes, you know, to hopefully spread the gospel of our breeding further and wider. So is that one lame? Always got to be watching. Are you all right, Flower? Hannah, there's another one here lame. There's another one here that's lame. I'm just watching that one now. We'll pop that in a pen and treat it. It might be the same way as that other. It might be. You see? I'll push it to you. Well caught. Well done. Excellent work. Right, we'll pop it in this pen with the other one and have a look at it. In fact, just let it loose in here, Hannah, and I'll shut this door.
Is it blue eyes?
Yeah, it is blue eyes. It's old blue eyes.
It is the same,
Yeah. So old blue eyes is...
Only just.
Yeah, that's early. That's catching it early, isn't it? Yeah. Right.
So do you want it in the pan?
I think so, and I think,
Big enough, yeah, it is.
yeah, give her the same therapies that one's got.
Come on, you two.
You too. So right, that's a timely intervention. You ready? Come on, old Blue Eyes. Come on, old Blue Eyes, that way. Blue Eyes is in with a pal, so we can get those treated. Hopefully, get them back on the.
Rest as well, just to help it, won't it?
Yeah, back on the front foot. Boom.
Pardon?
Back on the front foot.
Yeah.
You like that? Right. I'll leave you to your jobs. We'll have a wander down the yard. So, right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we'll speak to Amy, make a plan around washing them, and see what else, who else is available to help, and what else there is to do, and go from there. Just wash my boots. So I'm just washing my shoes. David's getting a machine. And there's mixed to sugar beet. Soaked to sugar beet, I should say. There we go.
Thank you.
No, sorry. Turn it down. Right, we will wander further. Have a check on what else is happening further down the farm. So, as an update on Grace, unfortunately, the first insemination in our quest for ideally a filly foal, I suppose any foal, you know, we won't be greedy, was unsuccessful. But we're not giving up. Charlie's, bearing in mind it's, I don't know, £600 or £800 a pop, so it's not without its cost, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, and we just feel that thanks to the Shire horse adoptions, the stuff around that they're the things that pay for things like the artificial, or the attempts at artificial insemination, the breeding program, the new acquisitions, you know, the vet's fee, you know, the operation for Hercules to try and save him, best part of 10 grand. So but you know, that anyway, that's what we do it for, and that's what helps so very much. So let's just have a quick look at these, because these are a little bit special. Well, we're here. The miniature donkeys. And again, I was saying next week, it was quite unsettled. There's the back end of that storm, isn't there, from America coming, and it will bring all these paddocks to life. I think David's going to take that hay feeder once the racing sheep are in. He's going to take it down to the bottom end of that field, and then we can just keep them a little bit more sustained. These are getting hay when they come out, but it's so important to bring them out, because it just gives them that enrichment, that joy in life. And these will be coming in. You know, we could actually bring these in if you guys want to watch. I suppose if I leave the excuse me, if I leave the truck there, someone will bring it down, or I go down to the bottom and probably tell them they're coming. I ought to do that, didn't I, really, rather than all these donkeys and foals just appear. But while we're here, let's read a comment or two. Heather says vet fees are crazy these days. Well, they are, but to be fair to Rainbow, the care that they give, you know, that wasn't just, it isn't just like taking a dog in and having its testicles, and you know, that they're dealing with colossal animals that you know, that you need great protocols, you need high staffing rates. It is what it is, and they're always good. They always tell you what it's going to cost, how much it is, where you're at now, what do you want to do. So I've no grumbles with Rainbow or vets in general. You know, I know we do joke about it, don't we? And I do think some of these corporate vets, you know, that it must be really hard if you've just got a pet and the bills are adding up. You want to do the best for it. That really is a difficult situation. Helen says, Shirley Fast, we are hoping to bring our eldest daughter and younger grandson in October for the Christmas experience. Excellent. Sharon says, vets are expensive. Our Mabel's epilepsy pills are about £80 a month, and a regular test 150, and we have pensioners. It's so very difficult, isn't it? Because you want to do the best for your animals, and obviously rightly so, and everyone does, and you hate to think that you're not doing that, but yeah, it just life. Some aspects of life have just got a lot more expensive because they can do a lot more. You know, at one time, if your dog had epilepsy, well, you know, too bad, that's the way it is, just deal with it. Well, all of a sudden you can do something about these things, and with that comes a cost, and it is really hard. I totally empathise and sympathise with everyone in that position. Paula says, thank you, Rob, for a great live, but I have to go as animals to walk and feed. Then we are going on the Norfolk Broads. Wow, I would always have wanted to go on the Norfolk Broads for the day on my family boat. Fantastic. That's from Paula Wilmot. Have a great day. Linda, how is Roger doing? He's doing champion. Thank you very much. Much better. Jenny says, how's Roger? He's doing well. So and this is a lovely day today. And the racing sheep are coming in now. So Hannah's here, so she could bring the truck down if I walk these donkeys down, if I go down and get ready for the donkeys coming down. So the racing sheep are coming in, so Hannah's going to let them in, and then we'll hatch a plan between us. Hazel says, my dog has a cornea graft, nearly £4,050 a month for life. Oh gosh. But it's just so difficult, isn't it? So difficult. So the racing sheep are coming in. They know where they're going, don't they? They absolutely do. So that's a juvenile bray. And I think they want to be in, don't they? They want to be in. Brilliant. So while Hannah's getting those racing sheep in, that means we can then take that air feeder down there, which hopefully Dave will do. Which means these racing sheep can have a little bit more to eat, because this paddock is, you know, is getting to the point now where there ain't a right lot going on. Dealey says, vet's trained for 5 years and you're paying for private consultations. Also, vets are being brought up by corporate. This is the thing. Being brought up by corporate investors, which bump up the price. That's from Delia Taylor. A really well-made point, Delia. They train for a long time. They work hard, they come out on social hours, and they care for the animals when we're no, you know, when we generally will only get the vet here because we're pretty competent at looking after things, and we can do most, you know, most procedures very well, and we've got access to some really great therapies. But there are times when we have to say, please help me, I'm at my wit's end. I can no longer, you know, make the difference to this animal, and it's so comforting from our point of view to know that there is that person to go to. So they're absolutely vital. It's just squaring that difficult circle around cost, availability, and doing your best for your animal companions. That's a cute noise, says Sheila. Linda says, that squeaky youngster is hilarious. Exactly, it's like his voice is breaking. And June Price, just lost my beautiful Jack Russell on Thursday evening. Oh no, I'm so sorry. He went off his back legs, bless him. He was 16 years old. But my elderly mum and I are heartbroken. That's June Price. June, was sending all the love in the world to you and your mum at this very difficult, sad and upsetting time. Chris says, I love the sound of the donkeys waiting to go in. We're gonna watch them go in. Shirley, my son has 2 leaking valves and heart failure. He's waited for open heart surgery. Try not to stress it. Try not to stress. It will make it worse. And think the donkeys want some brekkie. Says Kate. I think you're right, Kate. And they're going to get some. So, do I drive down? they're all going to go in. I suppose they'd really like them in after they've mucked out the pens. I'll drive down and find out. That's the best thing. Then I'm not just foisting them on them. I think Hannah's putting hay in the racing sheep. She'll be down in a bit as well. So let's. Ideally, I'd just walk down and she could bring the car down. I'll just have a word with her. So it's a lovely landscape, isn't it? It's a Georgian design landscape. It was designed by Richard Woods, a student and disciple of Capability Brown. So it's an important listed historic landscape. Hannah? Maybe she's not there. We'll drive down and we'll come back for the donkeys, I promise. And they all look in great order, don't they? This is how you want Mediterranean miniature donkeys to look. Fit but not fat. You know, they're all feeding foals, they're making milk, the foals are growing. Everything is as you would wish. They've all had the feet done last Friday. There is nothing not to be happy about. There's one there that's not quite got its summer coat, Sally, but the rest of them have. And hers is coming, you know. She's just a little bit late to the party in terms of getting a summer coat, but she's other than that, she's looking perfect in every way, and they all are. The last thing you want is a fat donkey. They will build up deposits around the neck, and you will never ever lose them. So it's really important that you don't overfeed them, that they're kept on just the right level of nutrition, and those guys are showing all the signs that they're absolutely perfect. We've got one in there, haven't we, that's not a million miles off falling. Need to check that this morning. The darker one in the pen next door is starting to bag up, so we'll have a look at that and see if any change has been made. We may have to think about bringing that in sometime in the next week or two. What we don't want is that if the weather starts to turn, is that falling outside on a night that's not perfect. We don't leave any of the donkeys out on a rainy night. We bring them in, we check the weather forecast if it's 50-50 or if there's any prospect of a significant shower, then they come in. Let me put my bipper on, let me belt on them in, stop the bipper. So those girls have been out, they're coming in as well. Shetland ponies, some of the miniature horses. More miniature horses down there. And then we've got the big horses. There's Sapphire, there's Yorkshire Rose, there's Blossom, there's Silver, there's Brook, there's Ruby. You know, we've got all the stable stars, haven't we? All the farm favourites. And short-horn cows, short-horn heifers, more short-horn cows and calves. It's and Sultan out there having his breakfast because he has extra, because he's going to Westmoreland Show in the very near future, I think. Right. So the girls are still dealing with the Shire horses down there. Let's have a look at Sapphire and Yorkshire Rose. And again, we're feeding hay, additional hay in all the paddocks. There's Bobby here, the donkey. He's got some hay there. We'll have to, you know, when this dry spell's over, we'll have to rake it all up and let the grass grow through, because it will. One thing that always happens is, you know, your droughts and your dry spells come to an end, and then it tends to rain relentlessly for goodness knows how long. John Bon pony, looking fantastic. Go on. Good girl. Come on. Come on, Yorkie. So that's Yorkshire Rose. Mandy says, put your glasses on. All right. Good morning, Farmer Rob, says Lorna. Who else? Tina says, I haven't heard you mention Murphy lately, Rob. How's he doing? We've just had a look at him out in the fields right at the start of the broadcast. He's looking really well. He's going to Westmoreland and to Penistone shows. Silver, please, says Jackie. We'll have a look at her. So there's Marie and Louise down there. There's Sapphire's looking big and magnificent, isn't she? And impressive and beautiful in every way. And she's looking for some hay as well now. Unless she's looking for she might be looking for a hard feed. I don't know if they've had that yet. There's Yorkshire Roses throwing a ball about, look. That's clever. Right, the reindeer are looking fab. Their antlers are growing all the time. David's off to move that hay feeder, I suspect. Morning, ladies. I like your perfume. Yeah. Yeah. No, but I can smell Dettol. Yeah. Marie thought I did really mean a perfume. What, Dettol, white wine vinegar? Yeah. I actually, though, it's not the worst smell to me. I think it's quite nice.
Reminds me of poorliness.
Poorliness. So, like a hospital ward.
Well, it's like a farmer thing, isn't it? Just like, oh, just put a bit of Dettol.
Yeah.
On your hand, you just put it on.
So Marie thinks that Dettol reminds her of being poorly, but to me now, it's synonymous with the treatment that we give all the horses every day, which is a really good dose of fly spray, and it's a homegrown recipe. And you can see there that Blossom is, I think to say she's looking $1 million is not an exaggeration. She looks fantastic. There's a dapple coming out in her coat. She looks wonderful, and she looks at ease with herself and at ease with life. We've got Silver and Brooke, who are both being fed in separate bowls because despite mother and daughter, they can be a little bit tempestuous. You know, they do fall out on occasions, but hopefully, you know, the vast majority of the time, they're great pals. Silver is the one nearest, and what you find is as soon as Brooke's eaten up, she comes and pushes poor old Silver away, but they tend to eat at about the same rate, so that's fine. Those two girls are both in fall to Hercules, which is, you know, it's something to hold on to. Yvonne loves the smell of Dettol. Victoria says, morning, Marie and Lauren. Hope you're both well. It's Louise, that one. Marie and Louise. Someone's been sick, says Sharon. Yeah, I know what you mean. And Helen says, can we see Ruby? She doesn't seem to get as much time as the rest. Where's Ruby? Where is she? Oh, she's up there. She's up in the top pen, yeah. Absolutely. Of course we can. 2,200 people watching. Lynn says Yorkshire Rose Sapphire and all the Shire is wonderful as always. They do look so well, don't they? They look really, really beautiful. They look in great condition. They look like they've had a summer to remember. All of them do. They seem very relaxed, very peaceful, very happy, and very enriched, and will be happy when this area, probably after next week, we will be stripping it all out. It'll all come away. We'll be taking the lot down, and we will be building 2 all-weather turnout paddocks, so that the horses, even in the depth of winter, can get some time outside, can stretch the legs properly, can have a canter around, and make sure that they are genuinely living their best lives. So that's the plan. That's what we'll be doing. I've seen a material that's made from, it's sort of recycled tyres, the recycled what do you call them? Those things that lift pallets about. You know, the little things that beaver about and lift pallets. That's Ruby. Forklifts. You know, like, yeah, and they've got no steel in the tyres, and you mince those up, and they make a great surface. You know, aesthetically attractive, but really, really practical for the horses. Really good for them to run on. Lorna says, morning, Laura, it's Louise and Marie. Love the smell of Dettol. It reminds me of my dad. He always used to drop washing his hands. Yeah, we're very happy to smell Dettol strongly in the air because it means that the girls are doing the job. and their job is to keep these horses free from flies, which is easier said than done. You know, there's a joy in doing it that way. You know, there are other things. You can put them in big rugs and put fly masks on and all those things. But if you're really on top of your job from a fly spray point of view and really make sure you get enough on, it seems to keep the flies away and keeps the horses comfortable and looking beautiful. And really, it's all about, you know, treating them with fly repellents as well. You know, there's all kinds of products, and you just got to find what works for you. Now, that's a little bit cheeky, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's a piece of metal in the tarmac. Now then. So that's a problem, isn't it? So that's a piece of wire in the tarmac. So we might have to get a hammer or something and try and break that off, because we don't want that going through a tyre. Oh heck. I mean, it's laid flat on the floor at the moment, so that's not going to do any harm in its present state. So there's the reindeer, looking sleek and beautiful, and very comfortable. And we've fantastic news here. We're going to be building in the very near future a pen up in the woods, in a field in the woods, for them to live in for the vast majority of the year. So that's going to be super exciting. And that's something that we will chronicle and follow online. You know, the building of it, the moving of them, the life that they're going to lead. For portions of the year, we'll be away from the homestead. So, but again, we can follow them online. We can, you know, and that's the beauty of what we do. Even if we can't be there in person, we can bring updates and things like that. So lots of good stuff happening. So yeah. So Louise is mucking out Magic Man. These are the cows that are having the breakfast. 2 of these are carrying twins. 2 are carrying singles. You know, she's that cow there's one who probably needs a bit of extra feed. That one not so much. She's the most recent one to calve. And they've all got creep in their inside. They've got a calf creep, which is an area where the cows can crawl into and eat the extra feed. Now he's just showing a little bit of interest in Gladys. Probably not quite in bulling yet, but starting to get that way. So yeah, that's Gladys, who is getting some attention from the Sultan. 2 heifers in there. Marie, are you ready for the donkeys or anything coming in yet? No, would it be a massive pain in the bottom?
If that's what the public would like, then we probably will.
No, would it be a massive pain in the bottom?
No, we're used to looking at random anyway.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
I think people would like to see them come down. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to be. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to inconvenience you.
I'll go, who will bring in first, donkeys?
Well, yeah, I think the horses can come in after, and then yeah. So you could put the donkeys in the horse pen, muck that out, and run them across, couldn't you? Is that all right? Shall I start them coming down? It'll take me a while. That's so nice, right? Because even though that probably is a mild, you know, a reasonable inconvenience to Marie, she understood that you guys probably would like to see the donkeys and the foals coming down, and she was absolutely happy for that to happen. So thank you to her for that. We'll shut this gate. We'll shut all the gates. We'll get ready. We'll do it right. We'll not have a chaotic situation. So first process is shut this. Oh, there's back near some motorbikes racing them out. Is that Showman? He's the greatest showman. And he's running with these 3 girls. We're really hoping that he'll be getting them in foal. Apache Spirit is his son. And that's why we've gone back to him. Because we were so impressed with Apache Spirit, who is Alice's foal. Cannon Hall Apache Spirit. There we go. And they're so sweet, aren't they, where they're just looking at us. Hello. Yes. Is there a nicer sound than that? That sound that the horse has made? That. It's as nice as anything you can hear, I think, isn't it? So we're still waiting for Dick's bits and bobs to be cleared away, unfortunately. It's not ideal, but anyway, well. Right, let's pop this across again. Just bear with me. Put that safe there. I think those donkeys know that they're about to come in. Let's tidy these up. They really need moving permanently, but that'll have to do for now. Right, let's go and get them. So, what's everyone doing today? What are your plans? Is it family events? Are you going to things specifically happening over the bank holiday period? Is anyone going to that pop concert? Is it at Leeds? Tends to be for very young people, doesn't it? I don't think it's somewhere that I'd be going. It's where everyone's children, after doing their exams, tend to go and they worry sick about them, which I think I would do the same. So yeah, what's happening this weekend? The forecast for tomorrow is really good. It is for here anyway, warming up. Going to be an ice cream day. I'm sure that Tom and his team will be making extra gelato, and hopefully serving it to all the people tomorrow. We're going to have a busy day on the farm, but I think there are still tickets available. Not sure if we'll get to a sellout or not. There is a possibility we will, but check out the ticketing online. Did anyone see David and I doing our Christmas skit where David dressed up in his Bermuda shorts and holiday clothes and I had my Christmas jumper on? What camp are you in? I mean, if I'm being brutally honest, I want something to last forever. But there's a joy around Christmas that is a great consolation prize, isn't there? It is something to look forward to. It's a time of, it's a time where generally people can have loads of fun. And I suppose the truth is, I love Christmas, I love summer. Any nice day, any time of year is a thing to cherish. So, it's just a hill that just tests you enough, this. You know, if you try and walk up it at a reasonable lick, you know you've done it. It's a steady incline, right. Here we go, girls. All right, I'm just going to put you there 1 minute. There we are. Right, we'll hang this on here. Right, here you off. Off you go. And they're all out, they're all having a nibble. I'll hang these back on. Ready? So start at the bottom. There we go. And that is a super cute way of getting those back on. There, to make sure that the current is maintained. Right, go on Bambi, off you go. And they're all on the way, aren't they now? So we're going to gently walk them down. let them have a pick at the grass as we go. That's Sally. Sally's a sweet girl. And it's really pleasing to... I feel as though I've been on a journey with them over the last few months. You know, I knew that I set myself a target of making sure we got 5 jennies and we wanted 5 foals, and you can never be sure. Go on, you. Go on. This is the one whose voice is just breaking. Go on. And we set ourselves a target of 5 jennies, 5 foals, and we've got 5 foals, which is really pleasing. And it's been really great to spend time with them and get to know them and help them through that period. And yeah, there's a satisfaction in it that is beyond financial. You know, it's just a satisfaction of a job well done and a mission accomplished and a task completed. So the donkeys are all off roost shouting them, and they're on the way down. Sally and Bambi have just stopped for a bite of grass, and off they go. Showman is doing what he does. He's showing off. Showman is the stallion who is the father to Apache Spirit, who we've borrowed off some pals. And there was so much to like about Apache Spirit in terms of the quality of him that we decided that we couldn't do anything other than same again, please. You know, so I drove down to Kent. I picked him up, arranged to buy another mare while I was there that's currently with a foal. We'll be picking that up when we take Showman, but I think it's Showman, back. So we're always looking, always trying to find things of interest. It's a bit like Grace. We didn't really see her coming. We didn't plan it as meticulously as we might have done. But we, what's the word? We jumped. You know, we seized the opportunity, and now we're trying to get her in foal and see if we can preserve that bloodline. We think that to have no living breedable relative in the world from a mare like that is a pity, and we're going to do our best. We're going to do our bit, thanks to the Shire horse adoptions, to make that happen. You know, to hopefully give Grace a legacy of her genetics. So the donkeys are long gone. Ruth has chased them round. Marie will be penning them up with Louise. No, I said I'd just bring them in and then they can muck out and that. Thank you. Ruth's just asking if the horses are coming as well. But there's no point making their lives more difficult, so they can run into the horse pen, muck the donkey pen out, put the donkeys in the donkey pen, muck the horse pen out, run the horses in, and that's what they normally do. So there's no reason to do things any differently to that. So, right, I think I've got middling of jobs to do. I need to go and see Amy, make a plan for washing those sheep, make a plan for the rest of the day. I've got some sheep that I want to foot bath, and a few other bits and bobs. So, from Farmer Rob at Cannon Hall Farm, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back at you on Wednesday, or if anything else happens before then, we'll be straight at you, or we might even be there with another Christmas sketch from Little and Large, Morecambe and Wise, whatever you want to call us. We're a poor man's comedy double act. So thanks for watching. See you again soon, and have a wonderful Sunday, whatever you're doing. Bye bye.